Okay, find somewhere comfortable. Somewhere where you can be comfortable for a moderate amount of time. Over 10 minutes. And just become aware of the present moment. The easiest way I find to do that is to be aware of sounds. Either the sounds happening around you, or maybe if you're a bit like me, you have ringing in the ears, what they call tinnitus, and you can focus on the tinnitus. The key to focusing on sounds, whatever they are, whether tinnitus or external, is not to comment on what you're hearing. Just listen to them as they are, just as sound waves on the level of sensation, just sounds. And just become aware of the body, the weight of the body. If you're wearing any clothing, the touch of that clothing on your skin. Touch of the atmosphere on the skin. Is it hot or cold? Just a general sense of the body. And become aware of the breathing in the diaphragm. When you breathe, I want you to breathe using the diaphragm, not the chest. Diaphragm, the easiest way I find to breathe with the diaphragm is to breathe with the belly. There's a point about 2 fingers width below the belly button. And you can focus on that as you breathe in and out. The reason for that is it gives you a fuller breath than using just the chest alone. I'm going to do some deep breathing. I'm going to concentrate on some deep breathing that helps to oxygenate the body for this particular meditation, because that feels like more of what I'm needing today. And basically, if you just follow along and hold it for as long as you can, you might not be able to hold it for the same amount of time as I do, or breathe as deeply as I do. That's fine. Whatever your capacity is, just stick with that. The idea is to keep the breathing continuous, so there is no pause in between the breaths, so you won't be pausing between the in-breath and out-breath. It'll be an in-breath followed by an out-breath, and then immediately an in-breath again, and then an out-breath. A much more flowing way of breathing. I'm not going to do it for ages, just for until I feel it's time to stop. So, taking the first deep breath. Here we go. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, and let it go. Breathing in, let it go. Pull that air in with the belly, and let it go. Waves of the sea. One more. And let it go. Just relax now. And just breathe in whatever way feels comfortable. If it's long, it's long. If it's short, it's short. It doesn't matter. Shallow or deep, slow or fast. Whatever the breath wants to do, let it do it. Breathe in a way that feels good. It brings refreshment to the body. You may find after that deep breathing you don't need to breathe so deep, and the breath is very short, and that's fine, just because the body doesn't need as much oxygen, so you've just given it a lot of oxygen with that breath. And after a bit you may find the breaths want to be deeper again. That's fine, let them become deeper again. Don't try to control it. All you're doing is breathing in a way that continues to feel good and feels like what the body needs just now. And it'll change as the needs of the body change. And bring your attention once more to the lower belly. And be aware of any sensations to do with breathing there. The rise and fall of that area. And whilst keeping the belly in the background awareness, I want you to keep the rise and fall of the belly as you're breathing out in your background awareness, and then put your main focus now on your feet. As you breathe in and out, can you notice any sensations to do with breathing within the feet? Or if you can't feel any breathing sensations, just be with any sensations that you feel in the feet. You may feel a little tug as you breathe in and out, especially as you breathe in. A little tug and a relax. If it helps, use your imagination, that's fine. You can imagine that breath energy travelling down the nerves into your feet and toes. Or you can imagine you breathing through the feet and toes themselves, through the pores of the skin. You can imagine the oxygenated blood travelling along the capillaries. Whatever helps you to become aware of sensations in the feet to do with breathing. Always maintain that belly in the background. One thing that helps me to keep that going is I imagine it's a bit like the bellows. You know, when you see a blacksmith who uses the bellows, it's a bit like that. And it helps. That's like the bellows, and I feel it's like the feet, or at the moment that I'm concentrating, the breath makes the sensations in the feet more vivid. Like you're sharpening, bringing into shape the steel, brings into shape my feet. That's just one way I use my imagination when doing that. So just stay with the feet, whilst keeping your breath in the belly in awareness also. And now move the attention to the lower legs, the ankles, and the lower legs beneath the knee, the whole area of the leg beneath the knee. And you notice any sensations to do with breathing there. Or just be aware of all the sensations that you can feel. Another thing that helps you to spot sensations is the 5 Buddhist elements. The first one is earth, and that's the solidity. So that'll be like the weight, the pressure, the solidness of the muscle and the bone. And then you've got water, which is the fluidity of the skin, fluidity of the organs, fluidity of the muscles, the joints, the blood, circulation. And then the next element is fire, and that's to do with sensations of temperature. So that's hot, warm, cold. And then you've got the element of air, which I see as 2 different aspects to it. The first aspect is to do with sensations to do with the breath, that's the air. And then another way I sense the air element is when the atmosphere touches my skin. And the fifth element is space. It's space that makes all the other elements work. It's space that holds all of it together. Without space, none of it would work. And so you can feel the space between all the different parts of the body, the space that gives it its form and shape. Even bits of space between your clothing and the skin, if you're wearing clothes. Okay, bring your attention now to the knees. See if you can feel the sensations of breathing in the knees. Or see if you can notice any of the 5 elements. And now the upper legs, above the knees, the thighs. First off, looking for breath sensations. If you can't feel the breath sensations, just noticing the other sensations and being with those. Now the groin and the buttocks, the lower belly, the lower back and the sides, the waist and hips, all that area. Can you feel the sensations of breathing there? Now bring your attention to the middle bit of the belly, where the belly buttons. Notice the breathing there, the rise and fall of the belly with each breath. And any other sensations. Use the 5 elements as a guide if you get stuck, to help you differentiate the sensations that you feel. And now bring your attention to the chest, while still keeping the belly in your background awareness. But your main focus is on the chest. The upper back and the sides of the body, the shoulder blades, spine, under the arms. And now bring your attention to the shoulders. You feel them rise and fall with each breath. The upper left arm, the elbow, the left elbow, the lower left arm, the left hand and fingers, you feel the breath there. You feel the contact between your 2 hands if they're touching one another. Bring your attention to the right hand. Keep the diaphragm, the belly in the background as you observe any sensations to do with breathing in the right hand. Bring your attention to the right wrist. The lower right arm. The right elbow. The upper right arm. You feel it rising and falling with each breath. Now both the arms and hands together at the same time. Can you feel the breath in that? And in the shoulders and arms together. And now the neck. Feel the back of the neck, the spine, the sides of the neck, front of the neck. You feel the inside as the breath travels down the throat. Sense of space all around the neck as the atmosphere touches it. And now the back of the head. You feel sensations of breath in the back of your head. And the ears, the outside of the ears and the inside. If you can't feel the breath, what sensations can you feel? You feel any of the 5 elements? The top of the head and the scalp. And you feel the breath there. And the forehead, the temples, the eyes. If you've got your eyes closed, can you see patches of light as you breathe in and out? Do they get more pronounced as you breathe in, or more pronounced when you breathe out? Do you see anything behind the closed eyes? And now just be aware of the face, the cheeks, the mouth, the jaw, the inside of the mouth, the nostrils, the nose, the lips. And now there's an area now that goes from the top of your nostrils all the way down to the end of your lower lip, like a triangle. And I want you to pick any area within that triangle to focus on as you breathe in and out. Be aware of any sensations that you feel in that spot and try to just stay with it for a moment. It's any area from the top of your nose to the bottom lip where you can feel the sensations of breathing. Use the 5 elements as a guide as well, and just try to stay with that one spot. Now allow the sensations to include the whole face as you breathe in and out. And you feel any sensations to do with the breath in the face, in the head as a whole, the neck, the neck, shoulders and arms, the chest, the middle body, the lower body, the legs and the feet, the arms and the hands. Can you feel the whole body breathing as a whole? with the belly as the center. Sending the breath energy out in waves to all the extreme edges of the body, to all parts of the body. You feel the whole body breathing. If it helps, you can imagine you're breathing through the pores of the skin. All the breath energy travelling along the nerves, the oxygen travelling along the blood vessels. Whatever helps you to notice the breath in the whole body. And just stay with all the sensations that you can to do with breathing in the whole body. The best you can, that's good enough. Just stay with that for a moment. Pull the air in with your belly. And when you breathe out, just let go. Let that diaphragm muscle relax. Pull in the air with the diaphragm and then just relax. And then bring your attention to the chest again. Try to focus on the very center of the chest. And now, I'm going to return to that triangle area that goes from the top of the nose to that includes the whole of the bottom lip. And then pick a spot within there to focus on again. Just stay with that point. Do you notice that the sensations at that point are more vivid from doing the body scan, the whole body breath? So it helps to make that area a bit more vivid. Stronger sensations that you become easier aware of. If the mind wanders, cool, it's alright. Just always feel good that you noticed your mind wandered. And then bring your attention back to the breath. You'll need to do that over and over, and it's fine. Doesn't matter how many times you have to do it. Doesn't matter how long you noticed your mind wandered. The fact that you noticed your mind wandered is a victory. And you want to feel good about that every time you notice. It makes that awareness a bit stronger each time. If there's any person who pops in your mind, any being, doesn't have to be a human, I want you to wish them well. Send some goodwill their way in your thoughts. Wish them peace of mind. Wish them freedom from suffering. Wish for them to find the kingdom of heaven, to be fully liberated, all beings everywhere. May all beings be free from ill will. May all beings be filled with loving kindness. May all beings be free from stress, free from anxiety. May they know bliss, tranquility. May all beings find the kingdom of heaven and be set free. May all beings be fully liberated. And now just come back to the abdomen again. diaphragm. And gently become more aware of the present moment, just the feeling of the body sat there now, general sense of the body, any external sounds happening, or internal sounds if you've got tinnitus. Just be aware of them without liking or disliking them, just listening to them as sensations of sound. And just sit for a moment and notice your state of mind. Do you feel better than you did before you started the meditation? And when you remember during the daytime, see if you can notice the way that you're breathing. And if you can, try to find a way to breathe in whatever activity that you're doing or situation. Try to find a way to breathe that feels good, feels natural, soothing, calming, refreshing, energizing. Find a way to breathe that feels good and helps you to become more mindful, and observe your state of mind as well. Take care, my